Hi everyone, in today's video I want to reflect on our recent discussion on post-method pedagogy in language teaching. This approach moves away from strict method and embrace flexibility and adaptation, which I find incredibly relevant both as a student and future teacher. Understanding post-method pedagogy. Post-method pedagogy reject one-size-fits-all teaching. Traditional methods like the audio-lingual or grammar translation approach often treat teaching as a universal process. But post-method emphasize particularly practically and possibility. It's about adapting teaching to suit students' unique cultural and social context, which resonate with me as a teacher candidate who wants to address my students' real need, not just follow a manual. Deeper reflections. The three Ps. One aspect that stood out to me was the concept of 3 Ps: particularity, practicality, and possibility. Particularity remind us that every class is unique and teaching should reflect students' cultural backgrounds. For example, in Indonesia classroom might be multicultural, so lessons should consider the respect diverse perspectives. And the second is practicality. Highlight that theory is not enough on its own. It, it needs to meet real classroom challenges. This means, as teacher, we should reflect on what's working and adapt as needed, which empower us to develop our own teaching strategies. The last is possibility. It's about helping students understand the social and political impact of language. This principle encourages us to integrate discussion on issues like gender equality, identity, and power into language lessons. So students don't just learn language, they learn to think critically. Personal experiences. As a student, I have often experienced classes where teachers stuck to a single method and it didn't always work. Post method pedagogy could solve this by valuing adaptability. Now, as a teacher candidate, I appreciate this approach emphasized on student-centered learning. It makes me realize the importance of continuous reflection and adjusting my approach based on feedback. Next is challenges of post-method pedagogy. Of course, implementing post-method pedagogy is challenging. Teachers need strong reflective skills and not everyone is trained to do this. Also, there's a risk of inconsistency when we don't follow structured guidelines, which can be tough, especially for new teacher like myself. In conclusion, post-method pedagogy empower teacher to be flexible, reflective, and responsive. It's challenging but incredibly rewarding as it allows us to design learning experiences that are meaningful and relevant. For me, this approach is a call to engage deeply with students and constantly adapt. I look forward to trying it on my own teaching practice and seeing how it shapes my students' learning journey. Thank you for joining me on this reflection. If you're a teacher or a student, I'd love to hear your thought on post method pedagogy in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going.